So Simon, here we are, a food and beverage update. How are things going?
Yeah, so obviously we did an update at the start of the season to sort of set the tone for what we were looking to achieve on the match day experience and beyond. I think it's fair to say we've done quite a bit. We've been very busy behind the scenes. A few of our success stories, obviously being a fan zone, which has been monumentally well received by the fans. It's packed before the game, after the game, during the game. I think the local source has been a real passion project of mine. That's been really well received. Prince and Sons have been doing some fantastic food that we've been able to create. The proof is in the pudding. It is busy, it is engaging, people do love it. And that's really what we were trying to achieve. We almost victims of our own success. It could be bigger. It's one thing we're going to be looking at next season, if we can slightly expand it or increase the offer. The Cardinals Bar as well, we've managed to migrate traffic from the Cardinals Bar into the fan zone, which has generally just sped everything up around that area. I think for match day we're doing well. We can't rest on our laurels. We're already looking to next season. We're already working with some new suppliers, things that we can look at, new menu changes, how we can improve the offer. We'll be a lot more focus on increasing value for the fans next season. We're looking at sort of where we can do meal deals, how we can do add-ons, where we can put more points of sale for alcohol and things like that. And we're getting there. Still work to do. It's been a good first season, but more to do.
You mentioned local suppliers. Just how important is the local community to our football club?
Yes, so obviously we're the Lakeway Community Stadium. I mean, everything we do is for the community. One of the really exciting local suppliers we've come across lately at the request of one of our sponsors, Roger, was the Garden Cider Company, and this is a really local, part charity-based cider company in Surrey, and their products have been fantastic. These are now stocked in all the bars. We've got 3 different flavours. He's going to be down at the birthday party demonstrating some of the products that they do, a little bit about their story. I really recommend you go online and read more about their company and about what they are, because it is a really, really inspirational story. And not just from a supplier perspective. Obviously we use things like Hogback, which have been really well received. The local source, as I said, is purely local businesses. We'll be looking at building that on next year. But from a community element as well for the staffing and beyond that, we've recently taken on board the Old Woking Scouts group, and we host a dance class. There's lots of other things that we do as part of the community, but for me it's also about from a staffing perspective, from the employment opportunities that we've brought the community since we've gone in-house with catering. I've got 30 members of staff all within the local community, and these events and what we do off game allow us to put money in their pockets, and that then ultimately gets reinvested into the local community. So not just the success of what we do on a match day, but the success of what we do off a match day is helping us to increase the employment opportunities. And some of the guys I've got, this is their first jobs. These are their first steps in employment, and I like to think we're creating an environment where it's a welcome first step into employment. And if they enjoy it and they're learning key skills, I'm a massive advocate for my industry. I think hospitality is a career. I've been in it since I was 16 years old. It's done me very, very well, and the skills and what I've learned, if we can input that knowledge onto some of these local people that are working for us, some in their first job, then they hopefully, if they stay in the community, go on and take those skills elsewhere in the community, and that's really what it is about.
And talking about that match day experience, obviously the till server's been quicker for supporters, and prices are frozen, haven't they?
Yeah. So obviously when we got here, there was no real conceivable workable till system, because obviously it's the first time that we brought our catering operation in-house. And after speaking to many companies, Square very kindly effectively gave us the entire till system for free. These incredible devices have effectively allowed us to take payments in seconds. That's why when you come to the ground now, we are encouraging people to pay by card, just purely because of how quickly they were doing. We've gone from, I think, 30 seconds to less than 2 seconds to take a payment. It has reduced the queue times. I know that there are still some points around the ground where the queuing is still too long. We're not silly, we do see that. We are working again, and we will be working on the off season to see how we can reduce the queues. But this has been a massive step forward for us. I'm very happy with it. And hopefully we continue to roll this out across the gates for next season as well, which should again reduce the queuing coming into the ground. But yeah, it's off the back of the square system too. We've managed to secure a new website for the events, which was part of the Square back office called lcsevents.co.uk. It's an absolutely fantastic website, one that I've created myself with the media team, and it's got all the information that you're ever going to want about the match days, non-match days, the venues, the spaces that we have as a facility. Because if you go back to the first video, one thing I was really keen to do was to turn this into a multi-purpose venue. It's already been said, we can't survive on 23 match days a year. It just can't be done. And that has been a real focus for myself. How do we use the facility off-site or off match day? And that is going really well too. We nearly have something every day of the week going on around the ground, whether that be for the NHS Blood Group, whether that be Surrey Council, which are using various spaces across the facility, whether that be sponsorship lunches. We've got quite a few other groups in the NHS, which I won't mention because I'm not sure I can, and loads of stuff going on. We've got birthday parties nearly every weekend. We've got the fan zone getting rented out towards the end of the year, which you could do if you've got a birthday in the summer, come down, rent the fan zone. There's just something going on every day. Very, very busy. It's been a real success again. The idea is to generate as much off match day as we do on match day, and hopefully by the end of next season that would have been achieved. Obviously, speaking of non-match days, we've launched so many events over the last few weeks. Some really, really interesting stuff coming up. The first one, and the biggest one in my opinion, is the birthday party, because obviously it's 100 years since we moved in. It's going to be mega. We've got so much going on. It's evolving every day. We're adding things every day. We're really going for it. We've got 8 huge inflatables for the kids. We've got over 30 local businesses coming down and doing various market stalls. We've got breweries, we've got children's entertainers, fire breathers, live music all day, DJs. It's going to be an absolutely brilliant day. We've got the under 7 and 8 football tournament going on. There's no limit to what we can do. Ticket sales are going well. It's only £10 a person. Under 4s go free. And it's these sorts of events that will set the tone for the off season. This is going to be a success, and we need it to be, because it generates the income for us to do what I want to do on the off season. Not only is it going to be an amazing day, it's a great opportunity for the club. And then moving on from that, we've got Comedy in the Cardinals, which is a new initiative that we've set up with a gentleman called Ben, who does some local comedy clubs. There's one in May and one in July. There's real high calibre of comics, people who have been live at the Apollo, people who have been at Hammersmith, people who have been on Britain's Got Talent, people who have been to Michael McIntyre. Really, really good. That's going to be a great night. Tickets are on sale now. We've got Legends Nights at the end of May, where we're going to get some of the players from the 11-12 title winners season. A few more details coming out this week about that. Murder Mystery, where we're going to get There's Been a Murder, which is a huge UK-based murder mystery company, coming down to the lounge. That's going to be designed around an awards ceremony, a football player awards ceremony, end of season. That's going to be brilliant. We've got celebrity soccer, we've got Sound of Woking. There's loads going on, and these are going to be real high-class events. These aren't going to be sort of slapdash last minute put together. These are going to take weeks of planning, and we really want people to get involved. They're going to be great days, great nights, and this is just a start, really.
Fans can stay updated on the mailing list, can't they?
The mailing list, yes. So yeah, we've got this. So what we're doing now is we're trying to build a mailing list for the venue. What we go to lcsevents.co.uk, we've got a dedicated mailing list just for the events. We've got a competition that runs each month for people who sign up to that mailing list. Last month, one of our fans, Stephen, he won 4 tickets to hospitality, which is going to be used next season. This month, we're doing a couple of tickets to the birthday party. If you sign up, it's real simple. Go onto the website, and it's the second one down. Type all we need is your email address. And what we do with that, there'll be you'll be getting frequent events, you'll be getting discount codes to the events, mailing it. It's not too intrusive. It's just to keep you guys involved with what's going on. There's blogs on that website as well if you want to see what we're doing month by month. And it's been a busy 6 months.